to be sharing with you how to make a flower beaded earrings. You can use the knowledge of this earring, you can also use it to make a necklace. So that means after making this earring, you will make plenty of the earrings. You will now join them together to make a necklace. So these are the materials that I will be using. This is a size 2 red seed bead. A size 2 red seed bead. In Nigeria it is called sand bead. In Nigeria it is called sand bead, but the actual name is called seed beads. But this is size 2 and I'm going to be working with this. And this is crystal. Crystal is a shining glittering bead that glitters in your design. This is a size 8 crystal beads. We have different sizes from size 4 to size 6, 8, 10, 12, but this is size 8 crystal beads. You can use size 6 for this design as well, but I'm using size 8 in this tutorial. Then we'll be needing our fishing line. You can either use your 0.30 fishing line or use your 0.35 fishing line. So in this tutorial I'm going to be using a 0.35 fishing line. Then I will be needing my cutter. This is the cutter. I hope you can see that. Then the beading needle. We have different sizes of beading needle. This is it. This is a size 11 beading needle. I'll be using size 11 in this tutorial, and there is also size 10 beading needle. There's size 12 beading needle, but I do not have that right now because I wouldn't even be needing it anyway. So I'll be using size 11. So in order to make this video, then my cutter, like I said, and my hook, I don't have a French hook. I hope this hook will be able to work with these earrings at the end of the day, because it's been a while I've made these earrings, and the last time I made it with a French hook. But I'm going to be trying it with this hook if it will work. But you can use the French hook or any hook that you have that is available for earrings. So in order to make this video very fast, I've already done the threading. So this is my needle. I've already cut the fishing line that I need and already threaded. So I've threaded the needle into it. So let's get right into the video immediately. So you will pick 5 crystal beads. You can use size 6 or size 8, anyone depending on you, and you can also make use of sand beads, which is actually called seed beads. So you pick 5 crystals and you interlock or you cross it with 1 crystal. So in total you'll be having 6 crystals. Please make sure you watch closely what I'm doing and pay attention to what I'm saying. There are some that I might not say anything, but it's very important you watch what I'm doing very closely. Don't get distracted. So you are going to pick 5 crystals and cross with 1, a total of 6 crystals. Then when you are done, the fishing line will be on the left and the right. So you will drag the right fishing line to the extreme and leave a small space that you're going to use to tie it at the end. That space is for tying, while we'll be working with the left fishing line. So you take your left fishing line and you're going to pick 9 sand beads. So throughout this design, you're going to be working with the fishing line on the left. Don't forget the fishing line on the left. The small space on the right is the one you're going to use to tie. Don't forget. So after picking 9 sand beads, you will take your left fishing line, you will pass it into the first 2 seed beads to form a flower shape. The first 2 seed beads is the seed beads that you dropped when you were dropping the seed beads. The first 2, just put it into the first 2 to form this shape, like in form of a flower, like you can see right now on the screen. Yes. So when you are done, you will pass your needle into the next crystal, into that crystal that I pointed to. Yes, watch closely what I'm doing. You pass the needle into the crystal. Can you see that? So you pull it out. Watch closely what I'm doing. So you can see. Can you see the small space I'm talking about? That is the space. Can you see that space that I'm going to put a cutter on it, but it's still going to shift anyway. So the next thing you're going to do is now, so after you pick the nice seed beads at the beginning, or sand beads, I'm going to be saying sand beads if you're in Nigeria, but if you're watching it outside Nigeria, please, it is called seed beads. So this is 7, That is 7 sand beads. So you're going to be picking 7 sand beads right now. Remember, the first sand bead we picked is 9. So the next one you're going to be picking is 7. Please watch me closely. So can you see how I did that? So can you see, you are passing your needle. I changed the needle to my right hand side, but it's still the left hand side because I cannot pass very well with my left hand. So you will use your left hand. It's okay if you change your hand, but you are still using your left hand side needle to pass. So you're going to pass it. Can you see? You will pass it into the 2 sand beads and into the next crystal that follow it. You will drag it very well so that it can be tied. Don't worry, when you are doing it, it will look as if it's not forming, but you are getting there. You pass it again into the next crystal. So you're going to be passing your needle into 2 crystals, one after the first 2 sand beads, then the next crystal after the crystal that you passed. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but just look at just watch me closely and pay attention to what I'm doing. That is what we are trying to achieve, and that is the other design that is on the table that was made with seed beads or sand beads, whichever way. So because the crystals that we dropped is 6, so that means the flower you have to do it in 6 times. So you continue the same process by picking 7 sand beads, and you pass your needle into the first 2 crystals and the next crystal, the first 2 sand beads, the next crystal after it, and the next crystal, until you get to the last crystal bead that is standing. Please watch me closely. You will follow the same process. You will pick 7 crystals and follow the same process till you have only 1 crystal bead standing. Just watch me closely. Yes. After I pass into the first 2, I'm going to pass it into the crystal again. Then I'm going to pass it into the next crystal again, so that it can come out at the other side. So that place I'm pointing at, I'm going to pass the needle to the next crystal, to that crystal. Perfect. Please watch me closely, because you might not understand what I'm saying, but if you listen to me very well and you watch the video, you understand. It's a very simple design, but you have to get it. So I'm trying to pull it so that it can be forming, so that it can give me the ginger that is correct. So when you're working on your beads, your design shouldn't be loose. Yes, I'm looking for the word. It has to be firm, because it shouldn't be too tight so that it's not going to break, but it should not be too loose, neither should it be too tight, but it should be okay. So like I said, you will be picking 7 crystals. So that's just what I'm picking. 7 crystals. You pass into the first 2 sand beads, pass your needle into the next crystal after the sand bead, and pass your needle again into the next crystal after the crystal. So I'm passing it into that crystal. Just watch me closely, you understand very well. So you're free to implement your own and send it. You can send me an Instagram message with your design, and I'll be glad to see it. I'm trying to count. We have 6 crystals, and I think that's 4. So we have 2 to go. So you follow the same process. You pick 7 until you have only 1 crystal bead standing. The last man standing. Just watch me closely. I've picked the next one, which is the 7th sand beads, and I'm going to pass it. I'm still using my left hand fishing line. Oh, don't think because I'm using my right. I passed the needle. I passed the fishing line to my right, but it is still the left that I'm using, because the right one is the small space we left, and you see that I did not touch it at all until we get to the last thing and we want to tie. That is when I'll bring out that small space I left. So just follow me closely. If you can pass the needle for using your left hand immediately without changing to your right hand, it's fine. But for me, it's not easy for me. So that's why I had to change it. I had to pass the needle from my left hand to my right hand. I'm trying to drag it. I'm trying to drag it. Then you pass it into that crystal. Four, 5, 6. So now we have gotten to the last crystal. So you are going to pick 5 crystal. We have gotten to the last crystal standing. So when you get to the last crystal stand, you will pick 5 crystal. You will do the same thing. You will pass your needle into the first 2 sand beads like this. You still follow the same process, just that you are dropping 5 crystal now. Then you now pass your needle again into the next crystal, so that because we are going to that place, that small space that we left, that small fishing line, we are going there. So you will now pass your needle, can you see, into the crystal. Can you see that space that I left? That's what I'm holding now. We are almost there. So can you see, we have gotten there. So you are passing it so that we can join it to this small space. So you will now, this is the space that we left at the tip. I hope you're not confused at all. So you now tie it. You can tie it twice or 3 times. It's a very simple design. It's a beautiful one. You can use it to make earring. You can get your French hook and use it to make earring, or you can make plenty of this design and join it together to make a bracelet or a necklace, depending on you. It's a beautiful design. Funny enough, it's been a while I've done this design, but I loved it. In fact, it was a friend that collected this necklace for me. I don't have it anymore. I remember the last time when I did it, then my girlfriend hijacked it for me. I said I should give her as a gift. I've never said yes. She just picked it. I said, oh yeah, thank you. I was just smiling and I had to let it go. So it's a very beautiful one. You can make use of sand beads if you don't like how the crystal is looking, and you can also make use of crystal. If you like something bold, crystal is better. If you like something small, go for sand beads. So we are done, and it's in form of a flower, hence the name is flower beaded design. So for the earring, you are going to be attaching a hook there to fit the hook for the earring that will fit and go with this design. So the earring I have cannot fit this. So I'm just trying to cut the excess fishing line. Just cut the excess fishing line, tie it 3 times, and you're good to go. Make sure that you put glue on that place. I didn't put glue because it's a tutorial. If I'm doing it for a client, I'm going to put glue. Make sure that your work is always neat, and that your client must not be seeing where you cut it. So that means that when you tie it, put a glue. Just put a dab of glue on that knot so that it will secure it. That's all. Can you see how beautiful it is? Can you see that that's the sand bead I'm showing you, made with the same way, but the sand beads I use white and red color. You can use any color that you want. It's all fine and good. So for the earring, I was saying you're going to use a hook for it. So to join everything together to make a necklace or a bracelet, you will take one of the flower, you will take your fishing line, and you put it at any place. Just put it at the 3rd or the 4th of a sand. You know, we dropped 7. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4 and pass your needle into the 4th one, because you want to join it together. So to start joining, you must have made 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want to make necklace, I think you'll be needing like the last time I made a necklace, I think I did up to like 10 or 12. If you want a complete set, a necklace, bracelet, you can make like 12 first, or maybe you can make like 10 first. Then you now start joining. Then when it's not enough, you now continue to make it. Don't make 100, because it's a necklace. Because when you start joining, it's going to you will add more. So you have, when you pick it, you drop one sand bead on both left and right. Then you now pass your needle into the fifth sand bead, and you will just tie it. That's all. That's just how you are going to join it. Remember, you are going to drop one sand bead on both left and right. You take one of the flower you've done and you will tie. You tie it twice or 3 times. So that is just how you join it. You tie it well. So watch me closely what I'm doing. Can you see? It's now secured. So I've joined that. So you continue this with the same process till you join all the whole flowers together. You will now fix your hook, and to fix your hook, you drop one sand bead on both left and right. You cross with one sand bead. You continue to do that. Drop one sand bead on both left and right, and cross with one sand bead. I couldn't video this process because it will make the video very long, and I don't want it to be as long as usual. So that's just how you will. So it's going to look like this. Can you see? This is just like a sample. I'm not wearing this because this is supposed to be a bracelet, but it's not even my size. I just made that small sample for the essence of this tutorial video. So please join all the flowers together and drop one sand bead on both left and right and cross with one. You can do that process like 6 times. Then you take any of your gold balls or crystals and attach your hook to it, and it forms your necklace or your bracelets, and you're good to go. Just make sure you cut all the excess fishing line and make sure that the designs is very firm and tight, and you're good to go. Please, if you make your own design, don't forget to send me an Instagram message on Christy Bead Maker and send me the pictures that you've made. I would love to see them. And don't forget to like this video, share to your friends, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. I'm going to see you some other time, same place, and thank you for watching.